What is going every we back at it again with some more Beyond Dragon Ball Super. You feel me? Hey, Big Jiren, it's time to get it back in blood, bro. It's time. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Activate Ultra Instinct and put fear into this demon's heart. You know what I'm saying? It's time, bro. It's about that Tizine. Cause that man, ugh, ugh. Kodos, hey bro, hey bro, look bro, you can't just spin the block on a whole nigga village, family, master, and all that shit, and just don't expect repercussions for that, bro. Like, come on, man. Forgiveness? What's that? Mercy? What's that? I don't know what that is. What's that? That's foreign concepts to me, bro. Oh man, but yeah, I'm about to start like, double uploading this shit low key because I really want to get to the sequel, bro. I really do. But I ain't trying to rush it. I'm trying to rush it. I rush it because I really just want to let that shit build up. I really do. Oh man. Anyway, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, just enjoy the ride for riding. Just enjoy the rest of the ride. But anyway, leave it up with a like, comment below, subscribe, all that good jazz with 3K. You feel me? Subscribe to I'm about to say Alex. I mean Arch. They both start with an A. Alex get brought to 2 milli. You feel me? Putting in work in these fan manga streets, man. I've been putting in work. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive on in. And why the fuck is so low?
As our story now continues, following the initial battle,
Oh shit, Belmo?
Universe 11 with
Man, stop playing, bro.
having to face off
Okay.
one of the elite demons known as Gamu, as Jiren was left off and having to face the elite demon Kodos by himself, to which it was only just upon with Belmont now shown having to engage against Gamu.
See, y'all can't be God. See, make me a God destruction, bro. I don't be that nigga.
Then quickly respond, I find it quite interesting that you go and call yourselves a legion, which implies that of structure, strength, and formation, but from where I stand, all I see is a withering mess of overgrown parasites who are simply latching onto the cracks of the multiverse in order to go and prove themselves to their grand supreme overlord. But tell me something, do they just so happen to assign ranks based on the amount of drool volume in the demon realm, or do they simply go off and having to base your ranks off of your failure rates? Belmont questions. Because if you are truly supposed to be one of their many elite ranking fighters, then
you sorry.
Master Raijin, along with the Dark Masters, ought to really go.
Bro said you're trash.
Permanent retirement here, but I have an idea. Belmont continues. And so now why don't we go and try this? And so hurry now, Topo. For what do you say that we show our little demon elite here on just why exactly we are regarded as being one of the most dangerously powerful universes within the entire universe itself? But
yo, that Sprite animation yesterday, bro, that shit still was lit, bro. Oh my god, that shit was intense.
Right, and so now let us go and do exactly that. Topo shouts upon being shown having to unleash a gigantic Hakai blast.
There you go. There you go.
Go and take the knee and having to bow our heads before
Big swole ass walrus.
even if what they say about their leaders is to be true, and having it result in our very destruction. And so now be gone, with Belmont having to then respond.
Okay.
Good, yes, just like that. And even though it has indeed been a very long time since I had gone along and having to fight alongside the Pride Troopers and having to be one of its original members myself, why don't we go and give these demons a little reminder here on exactly why we are not to go and be messed with when it comes
on the Pride Troopers, big bro, on the Pride Troopers.
Have a tendency in having to completely disregard the rules and the laws that are each set in place for every single one of these 12 universes within the multiverse itself. I can only go on to promise that
for justice,
to break the rules, this will only go and hurt for just
in Universe 2,
it is all over.
I'm a Pride Trooper, you feel me?
Demon. But now let's just see on how tough you so-called elite demons truly are when faced with the task of having
I feel like that's overkill. I feel like that's overkill. Y'all ain't gotta do all that. Speaking of Hakai cards, Gambit tomorrow. Tomorrow Rivals. I might stream that. And
truthfully, and I don't really think that it would have mattered whether I did or not, not, because the outcome of your existence, along with your purpose here, was ultimately going to end the same, regardless of the pain that you had gone as far as to go and endure. And so now, good riddance, Belmont says, upon now being shown having to completely
Hakai.
And as this ought to go and show you creatures on what will go and happen to you if you think that you could just go and come into my universe.
Stop playing with that thing. That thing holding on to your arm and shit, bro.
Had caused here, with Topo responding, good, that's the way, Lord Belmont. And with Jiren left to go and handle what is rightfully owed to him in the meantime, Topo says, let us go and continue to eliminate what's left of these foul creatures before we are to fully go and redirect our attention right back at Jiren and seeing where their battle goes from there. But then, it was only within these very moments now from across the battlefield as the elite demon Kodos was then shown having to use his full power and having to go after Jiren was when Kodos then went on to quickly respond, still carrying your master's teachings on your shoulders after all these years since his death like some kind of a sacred burden now, are you? Well,
it's called respect.
though his teachings don't appear to be helping you out here in this fight against me, because not only is my strength equally as powerful as your own, Kodos says, but in case you haven't realized it by now, but you are being driven back more and more, which doesn't look good for you, because just like it was when you had failed to go and stop me from wiping out your entire clan alongside that wretched
Nigga, he was a child.
you are going to fail in having to
What are we
stop
talking
once
about?
again, and deep down, that desire and desperate conviction within your eyes that you fight so very hard to avenge will ultimately drive both you and your entire group of Pride troopers into
Nigga bragging that a child couldn't whip his ass. That shit crazy work, bro. That is crazy.
Not to go and be challenged, and since you had went and decided to go and seek revenge in attempting to go and destroy me for slaughtering those weaklings whom you often referred to as your family, for if they had all still been alive to this very day, then I would have went and had forced you to watch me go and destroy them all once again, and that right there
Bruh,
is the
are you dumb?
between us,
Are you stupid?
trooper. And so while as impressive as you may
Why would you do
be
that?
in showing me on how much you have truly grown throughout
You know the
these
rage
years,
amp a nigga would get
you are
after you
still
doing some bullshit like that?
when staring into the face of my great and unbound demonic power, with Jiren responding, you foolish demon, for there is far more to the depths of my boundless power that you could never possibly go on to imagine for there to go and be. And so if you don't believe me, Jiren continues, then I am about to go and have you for what a joke. Kodos quickly responds upon being shown having to blast Jiren with a point-blank blast.
That nigga said, boss, stop the cap.
About whether or not there is something more to your power that meets the eye here is utterly useless within my cause, and so since you appear to miss your lines this badly, then how is about you go and join them?
He tried to warn you, bro.
And so now don't try to fight it and just let it all go and sink into your very soul, so that
Don't
way
fight
you
the
may
shit.
finally go and be
Just
with
let it
your
happen.
friends once again with
Look, what
the
happened?
afterlife. Wait, but what's this? Why am I sensing his power suddenly vanish without a trace out there? Kodos questions. For he couldn't have found a way to possibly go and escape me now, did he? Well, it doesn't matter, because even if he did, there will be no corner of this entire universe that Jiren will be able to go and hide within. That
Who hiding, bro? Nobody ducking the fade.
only shockingly enough,
Hey, first of all, nigga, you ran first.
as Ultra Instinct Jiren had gone as far as to make his presence known by having to go as far as to
Smash you.
Jiren then went on to quickly respond, and that is where you are wrong, because unlike how it
Who's
was
ducking the
before, and
fade?
unlike how you reigned supreme for so many years with no other means in having any other mortal warrior rival your power at the time, you are gravely mistaken if you think that the outcome of what is about to go and take place here between us is going to result in having this battle end within your favor, Jiren says. And as the first of your biggest mistakes was allowing for someone like me to go and get away and having me grow into the man that stands before you, but on top of this, Jiren continues his onslaught.
It will be your undoing,
Second biggest
Kodos.
mistake was being and having you be foolish enough by coming back into Universe 11 in thinking that I wasn't going to be ready for you, while also having to now go and show you that I too am able to now carry a power that goes far beyond the gods in wielding Ultra Instincts. For I swear on the very souls of all of those who you've mercilessly destroyed, Jiren continues, that I will stop at nothing and breaking you down down piece by piece until you have gotten everything that you already had coming now for a very long time, Kodos. As you are now staring into a power that you cannot possibly begin to comprehend, much
Let him know.
overcome in battle here when
Let him know.
continues. And now that you are looking into the very eyes of the man whom you've once tried to go and tear down all those years ago, there will be nothing that you can possibly hope for that will go and put an end to what I am now, Demon, with Kodos responding, but just how are you able to go and acquire a power like this?
It's called locking in, nigga. Something you know nothing about.
As weak as yourself to go and have you achieve, and so how could this possibly
Weak.
be? For how
Weak.
are you able to go and do this, mortal? But then it was only as Jiren's onslaught had
Jiren is many things, but weak is not one of them, bro.
before Kodos was shown then having to make his way directly towards Ultra Instinct Jiren was when Jiren then went on to
That's big Jiren right there, bro.
you are a complete and utter disgrace, a pathetic excuse for a so-called warrior, as the very delusion that you seem to pride yourself within, Jiren says, is ultimately going to be shattered, and it's going to be shattered by none other than me, Demon. To which, as Kodos was then shown dashing directly towards Jiren, was when Kodos then went on to quickly respond, curse you, pride trooper, for you aren't going to go and beat me that easily, because there is no scenario that could possibly exist where you will go and stand victorious over me, and you know it.
Aight.
I am going to go and tear your limbs apart the second that I am able to go and grab hold of you, as I am done playing these little games of ours here, Jiren, and so this ends now. Well, go and try.
Sternum check.
Jiren quickly counters by responding, because in the end, you are going to go and pay dearly for everything that you had went and did to me, Demon, as I just want for you to...
Bro, I could legit see Jiren legit getting this shit canonically, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And if he does, bro, that's a problem. That is a problem.
The very soul that was forged within the fires of agony, solitude, and discipline, which you yourself had went as far as to go and leave behind, Jiren shouts. Because while you did what you could, and while you tried to ruin me when I was left without anyone
that nigga leaking.
Jiren continues upon being shown having to continue his onslaught against Kodos. Did you really think that this wasn't going to be something that would ultimately come back to haunt you, Demon? Well, does it? Because maybe now you can see that I have not only grown stronger through the pain that you have inflicted, but I have also gone as far as to transcend the gods themselves. As I have faced off against both gods and mortals alike, and despite with every challenge, every victory, and every defeat that came along the way, Jiren continues, I had went and made sure to never go and allow for any of it to go and change or break me ever again. As you could never hope to go and do what you had went and did once to me before, because just in case if you haven't went
Again, you are a child. You have an excuse. He bragging about getting one over on a child, bro. I can't respect it.
Because no amount of planning and no amount of warriors that you go and bring into our world will ever be truly enough
Ooh,
to
not about the horn.
our
Oof.
foundation, no matter how hard you and your army of followers go and try to do so, Jiren continues. And with your confidence beginning to crack, and with your movements becoming slower and slower with each passing
You get on that bull, you gotta ride it.
that this is all because of you, Demon. And even though you had went on to go and take everything away from me, at the same time, Jiren continues, you had inadvertently also gave me purpose as well. And now that I stand before you and wielding a power that no mere demon could ever dream of having to go and wield, I am going
Dead
to
ass.
break you just as you had once broken me, Jiren says. As now that you are finally starting to see it firsthand for yourself, I can see that look when I glance into your very soul, that deep down...
Oh, did he hit him with the Manga shotgun gun?
And rightfully so, because you should be, Demon, as I can see that you are trapped within the filth of your own ego, in hoping that your cruelty alone will go and save you as it once did, but now that you are fully able to go and experience the very monster which you have went and had created through your actions a very long time ago, you can't touch me even if you tried, Kodos. And so how about it? So much for that weak little boy that you had assumed was long gone by now, isn't that right? Well, you should have ended my life the very moment you had went and ended the lives of my parents, master, and my clan, because you could never,
like I said,
understand on how
it will be your undoing, Kodos.
moment here between us, demon. And so now tell me, do you still believe that you can win, or is the truth behind your inevitable destruction finally starting to settle in, demon?
Yeah, make him suffer. Make him suffer.
Along with your pride finally getting the better
Yeah, man.
of you,
Hey, that bitch out there.
the best that your so-called demonic power is capable of, Jiren continues, then you
That was
are
a
in
strong
far greater
knee.
trouble here at
Sheesh.
than you can possibly come to even realize, demon, and it isn't even close between us. And here you went and had called yourself the Harbinger of Darkness, when in fact all you ever truly were was but a footnote within the legacy of my resolve and the target that I have been searching for a very long time now, demon. And just like you,
It's time for, hey,
it's taken everything away from
send
you.
him to the other side.
So comes the day where I will now go and take everything away from you, now that I am strong, Kodos. As now that you can go and see the true extent of my full power, you could never hope to possibly match me, no matter how hard it is that you try, demon. Wait, just hold on now.
Not him begging.
Just to listen to me, Kodos says.
Not him begging, bro.
It doesn't have to go and be this way. And as I was the one who had went and forged you into the warrior.
Ain't you just said if my niggas was still alive, you would kill him in front of me again? Ain't you just not just said that? Ain't that was you? Hold on, ain't this you? Ain't this you? This you in 4K, big bro. I don't. Boy, you don't be quiet. Be for real, bro.
Because if it were not for me, then you would be nothing.
Oh, look at that aura though at the bottom. Oh my gosh, it looks hard.
You need me, Jiren, and so just think about how much stronger you could ultimately become if you go and take this moment to let me go. For I can go and offer you so much more.
I don't need you.
Go and dream of becoming if you
This nigga begging for real, bro.
this moment to let me go, because think about it.
Not a real nigga.
What would you become and who would you be without me, Jiren? With Jiren responding, well, you're right about one thing here, demon, and that is the fact that you are still indeed, without a shadow of a doubt, the primary one who was responsible in having to shape me into the mighty warrior that stands here before you. However, go after everything it was that you did in you, breaking both
Oh my
mind and
god.
my body would be the greatest possible mistake that I could ever come in having to go and make, as it is because of this very pain that you had went and brought down upon me, is hereby my exact reasoning on why I could never let you go, demon. For you should have ended my life when you had the chance all those
Shoulda, woulda,
years
coulda, man.
ago, because this is where your nightmare will finally come to an end, Jiren says. And so prepare yourself, for this is where our fated story finally comes to an end, and just like it was when you had went and slaughtered my friends and my family, I too will now go on to ensure that there will be no mercy, as there will be no escape.
No mercy. Cobra Kai, cuz. On God, let's go.
Went and had ultimately brought this down upon yourself the very moment when you had went and forced me to go and watch as you picked apart and ripped away at everyone that I
my
had
foot
once
went to
cared
sleep. That's
about.
not good.
I
Oof.
just want you to go and simply know that this isn't vengeance, demon. This is justice, Jiren says. And so now go right ahead and take a very good hard look at what is standing right in front of you, because this is going to be the last face, along with having this be the final time that you
Got hard that shit look with that aura. Tough.
ever again. To which it was only
No, 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 no.
supernova that went as far as to swallow Kodos whole.
Oh, what he do?
Troopers having to oversee this from a distance as Jiren went on
Skadoosh. God damn.
Kodos was when Dispo went on to then quickly chime in. Whoa, what in the world?
Nah, he aired that bitch out, bro.
Size of that thing out there now, will ya? Well, he did it, as I couldn't be any more proud of
Make sure
him.
nothing left.
Jiren finally get the closure that he's been looking for ever since he was a child.
That big Jiren right there, man. Big Jiren.
You are finally at peace within, Jiren, to which as Belmont went on to then oversee this himself was when Belmont then went on to quickly chime in. Yes, that's the way, as I'll have to go and admit that even for someone as intuitive as myself, Belmont says, watching Jiren become the very storm that had once consumed him is almost poetic in a way, to know that the very demon who once sought out to destroy Jiren's soul as a child had ultimately fallen victim to that very same soul in the end, Belmont says, as you
Poetic
did what you had to
justice.
do, and because you did, you have my highest praise along with my utmost respect, Jiren, for we had always known that your day would come, and upon us here today, that
Topo's still playing with his food, man.
Jiren, and so
Now you want Hakai that nigga?
and what a beating that was on top of such a powerful attack to go and close things off too, and so very good, Jiren, very good indeed, with Topo then having to quickly chime in. Jiren, my friend, I am so very proud of you,
Jiren, my
as I can
friend.
only go and hope that you
Let
were
me stop.
finally able to find peace through closure for the nightmare that had
That nigga got a bowl
ever
cut?
since you were just a little boy has at long
Man, hell nah.
finally now come to an end, to which as Ultra
What's he bald in the anime? Did he have a bowl cut?
alongside Master Geechin.
Man, hold the fuck up. Oh, I ain't like the video. Hold the hell up, bro. I was thinking the anime. Did he have a bowl cut or was he bald? I can't remember. This nigga had hair. Wait, is that a hat? That might be a hat. I might be tripping. That might be a hat. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm about to say that's not a good look, bro. Cut that shit off. Ah. My foot.
And while I know that I was never able to truly ever say goodbye, Jiren adds, I can only hope that this very moment in time was as loud and as clear as it could possibly be, in having this be the day where I can finally say goodbye for good to all of you, Jiren says. And while there is still much that needs to go and be done while we are all still here, Jiren continues, I pray with a humility that I rarely ever allow for myself to express on the surface, that your souls, wherever they may be, can now find eternal rest in having to know that the torment of their final moments and their injustice of their passing can now finally be brought to an end. But then, it was only within these very moments now
what?
Angel Margarita had then
Oh,
gone
baby
as far as
girl.
to make her presence known, was when Margarita went on to address the Pride Troopers by then responding, "No, well, there you all are, as I've been wondering as to where you had all went after I had left you, but now that I have found you all," Margarita adds, "I will hereby need for
My foot, my leg, please stop, please.
to go and tell you all, for the very
I can't.
message that I come bearing is a matter of absolute importance."
Oh my
and
god,
so
I hate this tingly feeling, bro.
as it is a directive from Whis himself that had passed down onto all of us through the angelic
MVP?
that we have all held
Whis?
earlier, for the very order that was given to us was to have all of the remaining angels across the multiverse anchor their posts in defending their universes, no matter the cost, in not having to go and leave them behind, Margaret.
My leg, my leg, my leg.
And protect our universe from any and all invading members of the demon realm, no matter what, which was a direct order that we
You know what I'm saying?
given onto us, Margarita
Ooh,
says,
hold on.
just before
Okay, there we
his
go.
energy signature was completely shown and having to vanish. But to go and make matters even more interesting,
Oh yeah, we still fighting Raijin.
it was brought to my attention just a few moments
Oh my
ago
god.
that the other angels
My nigga
had
all
the
alone.
presence of the Omni Kings, Margarita says, for their very energy signatures had appeared simultaneously across several quadrants of the multiverse, which only now means that they are no longer confined within the sealed barrier that was placed over their palace, but instead are now finally free. To which, if in fact this proves to be true, and in fact the Omni Kings are now set to be free, then so is everything else that was once trapped alongside them, which could only mean that they are both now on the move and more than likely looking for the whereabouts of the Grand Minister. And so while we are all here and all together, we are to remain within Universe 11 and defend it from the demon realm, no matter the cost, pause until we are given the order to go and do otherwise. And while I'm unsure of what is going to go and come from all of this, if Whis and his universe aren't successful enough in going to do anything to stop or slow any of this down, one thing that I am in fact actually very sure of is now that the Omni Kings have been set free, Margarita continues, it'll only be
the tides are turning
now before they go and decide to take action against those demons, which we could only
them niggas might erase the whole demon realm off the map. No, dead ass. They might actually do that.
To which it was only right then and there now during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball
Both of them might be like, you know what?
The official Merno sequel, Manga
F the demon realm. Squish.
Comes to a close.
Well, actually, I'll go ahead and take as I do want to go as far as.
Good shit, Jiren, man. Good shit, bro. You got your justice, man. Got it back in blood. Damn. That big motherfucking Jiren right there, man. Damn. God, got that nigga by his horn, man. You love to see it. You truly love to see it. You really do. You really do. Era. Too soon, baby girl. Too soon, man. Damn it. Anyway. Another episode down. We're getting close, man. We're getting close. We're in the final act. You know what I'm saying? The tide has turned. The twins are up. We gotta go look for the Grand Prix. Get him out of prison, man. He got locked up on, you know what I'm saying, on some false charges and whatnot. You know. And you know when he get out, he wants to spin the block, you know what I'm saying, get back in blood. Cause like he was locked up for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Took a charge for no reason. So you know, I'm stupid. Anyway. Yeah, but yeah, shout out to Jiren, man. Big Jiren, man. That's my nigga, bro. I love playing with Jiren and Sparking Zero, man. Oh God, I really do. I really do. Oh man, I'm about to say, I'm like, I know it's damn, it's got no fucking bowl cut. I'm about to say, but anyway, yeah. Damn, but now what? Okay, so yeah, Whis is still in the demon realm, fighting for his goddamn life, or getting tortured. I don't know. No, and we still fighting them demons on Earth. But they about to get packed up. They're not a threat. I could see if a Dark Master pulled up. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I could see it like at least one. I'm like, yeah. But nah, they ain't no threat. They ain't no threat. And I want to say that's it. Oh, at least for now, anyway. At least for now. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. You guys enjoyed your reaction, man. Hit the video a like, comment below, and subscribe. All that good jazz. You feel me? Got the Alex get go to 2 milli putting in work. Oh man, because bruh, it's dry out here right now, bruh. It's dry. Like after Daima, it's like we got nothing. We have nothing Dragon Ball related, man. No manga. You know, I mean, yeah, we got the games, I guess. No anime. Like games take time to get content. You know what I mean? So yeah. I mean, we just got chapter 3 for Universe 2, so that shit quick. That shit be coming and going like that, bro. You know, so. Psh. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, but all these content creators, man, all of them, bro, they feeding the streets with this content, bro. Fan mangas, fan animations, all that shit, bro. Y'all feeding the streets, man. Y'all keeping us satiated until, you know, we get something official from these niggas. But yeah, love y'all. Thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.